summer shorts. The artistic director of that is here, JJ Campbell, and also created a, what would you call it? I don't know, an initiative of sorts to take some of those plays and put them on the screen. And so Liz and Gia had directed in the play, and they were interested in making a film of some kind, and so they talked about that piece. So we probably cut it down by about half. They got up more. Yeah. You should tell them, yeah, from this point on. I just handed it over to a director, Jessica, who then shaped it into a film.
Oh, and I jumped in at a brilliant place in the project. These brilliant humans had done all the legwork in getting the production crew together, and Neil LaBute graciously was willing to cut more than half of a script that was already finished, polished, and approved, which is, anyone who's in the business knows it's rare to find a writer who will willingly scrap a lot of his hard work and funny lines. So we took it from there.
And any of the actresses, if you want to comment? Were you all in the play as well? Were you both in the play?
Yes, Gia and I were in the play, and then it wasn't until like 3 years later that we collaborated again, and we're like, maybe we should do this into a film. I had seen one of JJ's plays into film at Tribeca Film Festival, and I thought it was a great idea, so I approached Gia about it, and we made it happen.
Excellent. Thank you. And I think we have some of the actors here as well. DJ,
They want to come down if you want.
come on down. Come on down. So same question, what was the genesis and what you're working on next as well?
Sure. So I'm Michael Goldberg. I'm the director, co-writer, co-producer of Surefire. Surefire originated as a, well, I was inspired because I was actually, moving over here. I answered an ad at NYU for somebody actually looking for a screenwriter for a film. First and only time I did that, the guy ended up wanting to pay me in pizza instead of money. So it didn't last very long, but he was like a classic New York hustler producer character. So I wanted to make a film about him. And that is a proof of concept short for a feature that we're making. That's the next thing that I'm doing. And this is Louis McWilliams, PJ Marshall, both in the film. Somewhere out there is our visual effects supervisor, Mark Lieberman. You guys have anything to say?
Don't ask her for money.
No, it's just, I guess I'll keep coming back over saying this. It's always so much fun when you get a hold of something that you just have so much fun, and it's like the first time you discovered acting when you get to work on projects like that, which I think are kind of rare. And that's what this was for me. And I just want to say, I don't know, rehearsals, we need them. Not enough people rehearse, and Michael, we got to rehearse, how long was it?
At least a couple weeks.
And I tell you, the stuff that you could find, that you just can't find when you just kind of, you know what I mean? I just think it's so valuable, and you can hear even big actors today saying, we don't get enough rehearsal. I'm like, how is that possible? You know, you can't work the material. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. But, great, you know, just great opportunity to bring writing that you get really excited about, and you see characters on the page. It's really exciting. Anyway.
Yeah, but basically, just to echo what PJ said, the rehearsal process for, how many directors are out there? Hello. It's just to be able to rehearse and do it before you get on set is such a gift. And then you have wonderful writers and directors who hear what you're saying and go, oh, wow, that's great. Let's try to move that in there. Because we did a lot of improv and a lot of fun stuff. It was great fun, and it gives the added extra to the film, I think. So I feel like that, and thanks for having us here tonight too.
You can see the rehearsal, and good luck Farsi too. You can see
Oh,
the layers when you have that, when you've done a play. And you
we had
start to
we
get-
had 2 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the play was literally like twice as long.
Twice as long, yeah, because we had,
Wow.
the show, the festival runs for like 2 months. So
Right.
they had a chance to, there's an A and a B evening, so they had a chance to do it, I don't know, how many times, 30, 20 something?
Wow.
24.
24.
As a play.
And the play and the whole rehearsal to get to that
Right.
place, so when Jessica
you could tell,
came in, she had
so-
people who
oh, yeah.
could, they could just,
They're
in one way, in your master, you could run it from video to end. So I think that's a huge help in those terms. We've shot in the great borough of Staten Island where time goes twice as fast. Once you cross the bridge, it's like time is moving. So we had it there.
No, so with all your plays, though, what I like is you can have this sort of fight or all that evening going, but there's layers that are all sort of played so silently and subtly, and it really it makes a story that we think we've seen much more interesting and vibrant. So it's, and you guys, the acting was phenomenal, but really I've known your plays for a while, and I think you really just take up another layer underneath.
Thank you. I do think actually a lot of the silence that they put in
Yeah.
probably came both from moving it into the film world,
Right.
but also having lived through the world of auditions and seeing people again and again, and that
Yeah.
person who is your target, and
You can feel the terror. You
has
feel
the
the war,
career that you
war
want.
kind of
So,
stuff,
I think they brought a lot of that into it as well. Unless I'm making this shit up.
If anyone has any
Actually,
questions,
let's
sorry,
let Benjamin
Ben, sorry,
speak
Ben.
here from Willie.
I don't have much to say. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed the movie.
Any rehearsal?
Oh yeah, we rehearsed. Not enough, I guess.
Does anyone have any questions for Neil or anyone else? That's okay.
How did you find Alan Havey? He's a gem.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's the man.
Yes.
He's super cool. I saw him on Mad Men for the first time a while ago when I was watching that show, which Mad Men. What's up? And I went to the Comedy Cellar one night, and he was playing a show, and I was like, all right, that's the dude for this part. Yeah, he's like a lifetime stand-up comic, but he's in like Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Office. He's in all
I
that.
knew him from Mad Men as well.
Yeah.
Great.
I emailed him like 10 times and he didn't respond. And my producer emailed him and he did so. Yeah.
That's what we love. We have great independent filmmakers who are more established and great up and coming filmmakers, and that's what we sort of like to do here. And we're really appreciative of the stuff that you bring us and talent and artists. So no other questions. So we'll move on to the next block. And oh, sorry.
Well, I had a couple questions. One, for Good Luck in Farsi in terms of either in the writing or the acting, in terms of some people, if they're not in the industry, is going to see it as a comedy, but if you're in the industry, it could look like a documentary. So, did you, at any stage, think about not making it too inside, making it general where it's accessible to a general audience? And then, Michael, on Good Luck and Surefire, great use of music to sort of drive the narrative. And so I was wondering if you could talk about that.
Okay, for the Farsi question, I think because we did so much cutting of the play script, which was like 31 pages, and we got it down to 16, I think we tried to cut out a lot of the extraneous insight. I mean, there was jokes about CAA, there were jokes about LA, New York time zones, there was jokes about London and drama schools in London, so it was very insidery in that way. But I think what remains is just a story about two women who are really uncomfortable with each other and how you navigate those waters when you like someone and kind of want to maybe try a relationship with someone,
and it's not really going the way you're planning on it's going. I mean, maybe I'm talking a little bit for my character
The effort you have to
personally,
spend.
but I think that story about how you feel when you're up against something that you really want and there's another person, that's kind of primal, and hopefully that just translates no matter male, female, young, old, industry, non-industry. Hopefully that translates to everyone. So, yeah.
And then the music question?
So the music question, unfortunately Michael Whalen, the composer, I thought he was going to be here tonight, but he's not here. We started talking about like funky jazz from the 70s, and I started playing him some Miles Davis from that period. Like that's the way that the film sounded to me with the look of the film. It has sort of a retro feel, but also kind of timeless, and that was just sort of the palette, that was the sound. And so he just started riffing on that and coming up with ideas. And he came up with a nice Benny theme, sort of like Benny in con mode that gets played a few times during the film. But that was it, that was the departure, and then he just sort of took off, which was great. He did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, thank you. Thank you all.